Hey everybody, how's it going? It is Matt and it is Terrifying Tuesday. Yes, folks, today is already Tuesday. First and foremost, I do hope each and every one of you are having a great morning, evening, dawn, day, or dusk. Whenever it is you're watching this, I hope you're having a great time. Please do like, share, and subscribe. I love seeing each and every one of you every Monday through Friday, permitting my schedule and then, of course, holidays. So don't expect me to be here on Thursday and Friday. I will be gone on those 2 days, but I will be here tomorrow as well, which I'm not 100% what I got lined up for you. I'll definitely, I think I'm going to do a very interesting fake sequel that the Italians made. I think I might do that. I've been itching to do it. So tomorrow, tune in for something special. I always try to get something out there for you guys to always check out, or stuff that you can always skip. I don't know. I try to take one for the team when it comes to things like that. And then also, do me a huge favor and look in the description box for more information on the daily film, such as your brief synopsis, your starring cast, runtime of the cut I'm watching, your director, an MPAA rating if one exists, what else is, some trivia, and then either a link for a trailer or a scene from the movie. So there's a little bit of extra information in there for you as well, so you can get a bigger taste of it, and hopefully it'll help you decide if you wish to track down a copy and check it out or not, or rewatch it, whatever. Either way, now this one is a special one to me. I have loved this ever since the first time I watched it. I didn't see it till I was a teenager, but I've been hooked ever since, and I am a huge fan of Mr. Rudy Ray Moore. Rest in peace. And it is none other than Dolemite, which I absolutely, as you can see, I double dipped. I own the old Xenon Pictures Dolemite collection, which is a whole set of films. It is a very, very good set. It's a hefty set. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different DVDs in there. So it is a very nice set. It does have some special features on there. Like, what do we got on this one? We got radio spots. We got the theatrical trailer. There's a trivia game, a location tour with Rudy Ray Moore, animated menus, blah, 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 and more. Now, this one I'm actually reviewing is this Vinegar Syndrome release right here. This is the definitive release for it, and it couldn't look any better than what they did with it. I am absolutely blown away with how good of a how much of an amazing job Vinegar Syndrome did with knocking this one out of the park, because the picture transfer is everything. Your picture and your audio, and then your color timing, your color correction, things like that. Those are very key, and they did a great job with this, and it looks like it was just made, I mean, it was made in 1975, but it doesn't look like, I mean, as far as the degradation of the film, it doesn't look like that. It actually looks like it was made probably 20 years ago as opposed to 45 years ago. Except for if you put in the fashion of the times and the cars and all that. That's when you're like, oh, bullshit, Matt. This is a 70s movie. I don't know how you can see that. No, I'm just kidding with you guys. But anyways, this Vinegar Syndrome release, I'm going to set this Xenon Pictures release down for a moment. This one right here, it comes with a reversible artwork as well. It's right there for you. It is much like the Xenon Pictures one, except for it is done in white instead of a black and reddish colored one like they did with the Xenon one. It is a standard issue pressed Blu-ray and DVD. I don't have any cool slipcover or anything for this one. I don't know if it came out with one. I'm pretty sure Vinegar Syndrome did, because seems like everything cool they did. And this is definitely a cool one. Woo! As far as special features goes on there, you got a what is it called? Dolemite was the feature. It's running at about 30 minutes long, I believe, which was really nice. There was a nice little featurette with Lady Reed where she reminisces about working with Dolemite and them traveling along and their history together. She is just absolutely a treat to watch her interview. I'm not gonna lie. Everything about this release is just absolutely beautiful. There's also a location thing of then and now. What else did we have on there? There was all kinds of stuff on this thing. It also had a commentary track with I forget who exactly, but they are people that are film historians essentially doing the audio tracks for the commentary track for this. I was going to check it out, but I decided no, I wanted to watch the actual movie itself. Oh, I almost forgot one of the special features. I almost forgot because this one here, this Xenon release, is the boom mic release. It is a VHS transfer onto DVD, so the picture quality is not very good opposed to this. This is a film transfer, but either way, this one, if you watch it, you can see boom mics dipping down in front of the camera at times because the aspect ratio was not transferred the correct way, if that makes sense. So they fixed it on Vinegar Syndrome's release, and you don't see the boom mics. But there is a special feature where you can watch the boom mic edition on here, which adds to the joy of the movie, and it kind of gives it a little. I don't know. It's fun. The movie's just fun from beginning to end. If you haven't checked out Dolemite, go do yourself a favor, stream it, buy a copy. It's extremely readily available. There is a third release. It is another Blu-ray release that they did do of it. I do not have that one. Honestly, if I was going to upgrade to blue, I was going with Vinegar Syndrome's release because I knew theirs would be the definitive edition, and it is. It truly is. Now, what else? What do gone all through that? So let's talk about what the movie itself is exactly about. Dolemite is a interesting character. He has just been released from prison. He is a badass, like killer pimp, like guy that just doesn't give two fucks, and he essentially is a walking, talking stereotype in ways, in my opinion. But he is a very charismatic. He's an enigma in other ways. The guy's just amazing. So he's released from prison after he was sent there on a trumped up drug charge, where he was where drugs were planted inside the trunk of his car by our main villain of the movie, Willie Green, who is played by our director slash actor, and I believe he also did some producing as well, Dervale Martin, who also did went on to do other films. But there was a thing I saw on his bio where he had been in the original All in the Family 2 unaired pilots. He was in both of those 2 episodes, which I would love to see those now. I think those would be kind of fun to see old Derville in that role. Yes, and so Derville or Willie Green has these drugs planted in his car. He's got these cops that are on the take with him, and one of them is, I believe his name was, what was his name? I forget what his name is now, but he's a very interesting character. He's a cop who is extremely racist, much like all the white people. Most of the white people in Dolemite's movies, in Blaxploitation films in general, most white people are coming across as racist or conniving or bad in some way, shape, or form. Not all of them, not all white people though. But I like this. Where was I going? Willie Green set him up with these two crooked cops. This one crooked cop, he's very interesting because he's played this the actor that played him has a spot in the I Dolemite featurette where he talks about using the N bomb and how it was nothing for him because he was dating a African American girl at the time. It showed the how the actor approached things in a different way. I really liked his character. I mean, I liked to dislike his character, if that makes sense. His character is the most unlikable character of the whole movie. He is the real villain, in my opinion. Willie Green is he's the villain, but he's not a walking, talking racist piece of trash like the police detective is. You know, it's kind of sad. You know, I mean, granted, it is 1975 and things were very much different. I guess. Either way, I'm not getting into that discussion. But Dolemite decides after he's been released, he's going to find out who set him up. He finds out quickly that these from his hose. Main one played by Lady Reed. Her character's name is Queen Bee. Queen Bee is telling Rudy Ray Moore, aka Dolemite, what happened. They lost Dolemite's club. One of the girls. They lost one of the girls, and she went to go work for Willie Green. And then they talk about how they had to pimp themselves out on every corner, like practically on a constant basis without any kind of breaks or anything to keep things afloat, to keep the Dolemite's house still afloat and make it to where when he comes and help get him bailed out of prison, which he only did 2 years on these charges. Still, it's kind of messed up to serve 2 years on something you didn't do. Even if it was 1 year, 6 months, 5 days, anything like that. If you're doing time for somebody else, that's really unfortunate and terrible. But where was I going? His character finds out all of this stuff. He goes and investigates these people, and in turn he is constantly on the lookout because there are people that are the police and Derville Willie Green's henchmen are constantly after Dolemite. Even from the beginning of him getting out of prison, there is a car full of hitmen that are going to take him out, which he very cleverly deceives them. Not cleverly, he easily, that's what I should say. He turns around he's got a little bit of space between him and them. He pulls over, he gets out of the car, his girls are driving the car. He then has a machine gun or an assault rifle, and essentially, and kills these guys. It is very, very like poorly done, but that's the brilliance of it. Like there's every time they go to the club, there's always a nice little performance. You get to see Dolemite do his lay down in the jungle deep, stepped on a signified monkey's feet. You get to see that whole shtick going on. You get dancers, you get everything from A to Z from in this movie. If you like boobs, you got a lot of boobs in here. You got Dolemite's naked ass in here. It's just a thrill ride. So he spends the whole movie dodging these hitmen, dodging the cops because the cops are crap. They're racist scumbags. And then he's trying to catch Willie Green in the middle of everything. Trying to get so he can get his club back, pay back $50,000 debt, and then try to take over the streets again and basically restore his whole street credibility and his name. That's what he's spending the entire movie doing essentially, and then he's got these little altercations throughout, and both up and down. There's a scene where he meets this guy named Creeper, which he knew Creeper, but Creeper is trying to hit him up for some money, doesn't recognize who he is. Eventually, like, oh, hey, Dolemite, it's you, which cracks me up because the guy is wearing a shirt that says Dolemite for president. Didn't recognize the man in front of him, or both visually and audio, because the guy's got a one of a kind voice, and the way he delivers things, it's you hear it and you know automatically Rudy Ray Moore. It's very very unique. So there you got this guy that's trying to hit him up for money. He doesn't realize it's him. Takes him back to his little apartment after realizing. Shoots himself up. Mains line some dope, and then as he's doing this, he's telling Dolemite what really went down. With Willie Green, or at least what Willie Green has been telling people that went down. Which doesn't contradict anything Queen Bee told him. Everything Queen Bee told him was true. So don't think that she's in on the take with Willie Green at all. She is 100% behind Dolemite. She's his bottom bitch, anyways, so it's a blast. What I would do on a technical side, though, this thing's like a 1 or a 2 out of 5. It's bad as a technical filmmaking movie. The acting is so bad. The story is bad. Everything about it is bad. Like, if you go in here wanting a classic masterpiece, you're going to the wrong movie. This is B movie gold at its finest, in my opinion. If you don't like this, I'm sorry. This is gold. Now, as far as entertainment, this thing's like a 4 out of 5. So this is like a 5 out of 10, 6 out of 10 kind of movie. It's above average. I would say a little bit above average, but I saw a thing where they talked about it being the Citizen Kane of Blaxploitation, which is kind of funny because Citizen Kane is such a got such a street cred about being artistic in value and things like that, when Dolemite is everything opposite of it. Anyways, check out Dolemite. Get either the Xenon one, which is dirt cheap. Get the other Blu-ray if it's dirt cheap, or go with the Vinegar Syndrome Blu-ray, which is not. It's pretty cheap as well. It was like, I think I paid like $20 for it, something like that. Set those down. Oh, check out that set too. Anyways, I love your faces, guys. I'll see you tomorrow with I believe I'm going to do another Italian flick. Don't worry, guys. It's not on the video nasties. I'm trying not to do any video nasties for at least this week and next week. So I'll try not to do any. Love your faces, and I'll see you tomorrow.